My name is Neil Carman. I'm a technical director at All of It Now. We are a small Los Angeles-based creative studio. We specialize in real-time graphics. We are an Unreal Engine authorized services partner. And where we really shine, I think, is on stage, taking deliverables from other content studios, optimizing them, cleaning them up, and making them run real time on those stages.
I first saw Zero Density. It was at MLB on Turner. I met with an operator there, and I just saw him using this web-based system to manage Unreal, and that's what stood out to me initially. So back then, I saw that he was accessing it, that it was web-based, and also a visual node-based system. So I just saw the kind of ease of use he had when controlling all these different elements. Anytime he had to do anything, it was just boom, boom, boom right there.
We go a bit back with Zero Density. The first time I encountered it was as a freelance video engineer a few years ago on the Mariah Carey Christmas special shoot for Apple TV. And I just observed the team there using it for all types of post-production and video engineering and compositing, and I was just very impressed at how powerful a tool it was.
I would say that there's three big things that stood out to me, those being the form builder, the user management, and the launcher. My experience using the form builder the past 2 days, it's been very intuitive. It seems like you can drag and drop just about anything there. So I'm really interested to see just the kind of control surfaces that you could build for different shows. Along with that is the user management, the fact that you're able to control permissions per different users. I could see on site, you have all your operators with their different roles, and it's just everything that they'll need is exposed to them. And the launcher as well, I think, is a great thing. The fact that it shows all your performance and your GPU, CPU utilization, it's always just good to have that.
I am most impressed with its ability to allow the user to preview all the steps of the composition as they're being put together. Being able to use the projection cube and putting an AR element inside of that, previewing your lights, how they're going to cast the shadows, reflections, things like that. It saves a lot of time, a lot of pressing play and then bringing it back down. I could foresee this feature being very handy on even a film shoot for pre-visualization, because here at this stage we're using a very simple cube mesh, but we could use a mesh of the whole video wall stage, and we could have our backplate texture on that, and we could show directors of photography or whoever wants to see how AR elements may look in relation to their stage. Pre-visualization with film crew members is something that I think it's lacking in virtual production right now, and those DPs and directors really do. Just off the bat, I'm seeing opportunities for Zero Density to streamline certain historical pain points we've experienced. I'm excited to see how, for example, licensing has always been an issue. Dongles, things like that, lens calibration, that can be a very painful process for some teams. It's a very esoteric process. There's not a lot of great documentation out about it, so it's nice that the Zero Density team seems to have packaged it really nicely and for a feature that's just very easy for certain team members to use. We're excited about using it to control a network of identical nodes, like one does on an end-display shoot. And perhaps even, I'm hearing there are new features, like one called Frustum, if I'm not mistaken, that allows us to smooth tracking data out. We've encountered problems like that on shoots before, and certain vendors say, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. That's just how it is. So it's nice to see Zero Density has attacked those problems, and they seem to have a lot of solutions. Excited to try.